Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim Ron. Today we're going to try to figure out what in the world is the Lamplighters League Take 4 action. And the tower at the end of the world. Okay, this game released back on October 3rd, rather, in 2023. It's sitting at around 72% reviews with only 522 of them. So it's probably not a terrible guess to say that the game hasn't sold quite as well as Paradox Interactive might have hoped for, who is the publisher, who, as you may know, brought us City Skylines games, Age of Wonders, Victoria, Surviving Mars, Empire of Sin, a bunch of all those games. I've reviewed Empire of Sin and Surviving Mars, actually, and also Surviving the Aftermath, which kind of sounds like a prequel to Surviving Mars, because Surviving the Aftermath is about surviving the aftermath of the world being over, and then you get sent into Mars. I digress. We're here to take a look at Lamplighters League. It is a turn-based, allegedly, Rocky, stop fucking with my shit. Allegedly RPG. I don't see why it's an RPG. There's not really any dialogue choice that you can make in this game. It's, I mean, you choose the missions that you go on, but that doesn't quite really make it an RPG, does it there? Before everything, we're going to take a look at the settings here, and we have some interface options, which is pretty cool. You can change the background of the speaker on the subtitles, which is pretty cool. Text size, background opacity for the subtitles, and all that good stuff. So nothing to complain about there. Display. You can choose which display you want if you have multiple monitors, which is pretty nice. You got the full screen mode, which I have set on borderless. You have resolution scale, DLSS, which is really nice. The game is fairly well optimized, but even with DLSS on balanced, it still does not want to run extremely well, I would say. Resolution, native of course, target frame rate, VSync. I definitely need it on for my G-Sync to comply. And we got gamma and preview. You can change the preview images here on the side, which don't really kind of give, like, yeah, you would need the preview on the graphic settings so you can see what you're actually changing. You don't need the preview on the fucking resolution screen. That doesn't really make sense. I do want to point out that I do appreciate the indicator here for the graphics. It tells you how many options you have and when you've reached the maximum. You can go from the maximum to the minimum if you keep going on one direction, but at least you know where in the fuck you are. Not every game does that. I will give the developers props for this. Thank you, guys. You don't have too much on your catalog as far as games are concerned. You have a lot of DLC, but you have this one down. That's more than a lot of veteran studios can say. Now, on the graphic settings, I want to mention one thing. There's a weird blur that happens throughout the game. It's very distinct when the object is over water. I'm hoping that the stage that I play actually has some water so I can demonstrate that, because you cannot replay missions. You got graphics quality, custom, because we change everything to our preferences. You got anti-aliasing, you got bloom, you got motion blur. Usually anti-aliasing is on the display, not on the graphics, because you can change it with the DLSS and upscaling and all that good stuff. You got motion blur, which is off, but motion blur is never off on this game, apparently. Bloom, depth of field, fuck you depth of field, screen space reflection, screen space ambient occlusion, lighting quality, shadow quality, volumetric quality, geometry quality, tessellation, which is nice to see. Not a lot of games have been doing tessellation lately, so yeah, that's pretty good. And visual effects quality. Audio, you have main, music, ambience, voices, and sound effects. Really nice to see all these separate sliders. I expected that. After I saw that the toggles here were built like this, I had full expectations for the for the sliders to be separate. And mutant background, of course, you want that. Yes, if you alt-tab to change something on a different screen. Now, controls, I haven't really messed with any of the controls, but it's there. You can change from next and previous character with the side buttons back and forth if you have them on your mouse, which is pretty nice. You got some gameplay options here. You have movability, quick select, Doesn't always work if you're canceling your ultimate ability. I'll demonstrate that in a second. Screen edge panning enable, although we're on borderless. There's that right click camera controlling that I want to talk about, but it doesn't stop the mouse, obviously, because I'm on borderless. But there's a big issue with camera control. So hero cam player, hero cam enemy crits and kills. If you want to have like that, you know, theatrical display rather. Camera shake, I will put that on 25. Fuck it. Because I hate camera shake, but I need it sometimes. And invert camera rotation, enable or disabled. So that's all the settings here. We're going to continue, and I want to show you a little bit of the gameplay. For this gameplay, I'm going to try to unlock one of the DLC characters. I have already unlocked the paid DLC character. I did get it. I don't understand how they see the value in charging so much for a DLC character. I don't agree with that. It's this character right here. Her name is Nocturne. Really good, really versatile. However, again, I just don't see how they can justify the money for it. Even at 60%, it was like $4. So it's $10 for this character. I don't agree with it, honestly. So there's a lot of stuff to go over here, so I'm going to try to get through it as soon as possible. This is the hideout screen. This is where you're going to have dialogue between the characters when you progress through the story. It's not always going to be there, but it is here. So there it is. That's pretty weird. Windows is not letting me know how loud my music is, but whatever, we're going to proceed through it. You can also quickly select the characters. However, you know, pressing the right key doesn't take you back to the hideout. These are the characters I've unlocked so far. Then you got the world map here. You're going to see 3 big dots. Okay, these are the enemy factions that you have to actually take down through time as you proceed through the story. Now, this is what is the Safe House Search Expedition. I'm going to get to that here in a second. Now, there's going to be a doomsday clock is what the game calls it. So every time you do a mission, the doomsday clock progresses, right? If the doomsday clock reaches the maximum, that's when game is over. You lose. Goodbye. You get nothing, right? The way to keep the doomsday clock at bay is by actually doing missions. So as you can see here, this is a Strum mission for this guy right here. This has a skull and a plus, which means you're gonna get better rewards, but it's gonna be a lot more challenging. Then you have the Marteau, I guess in French. As you can see, the setting is very noir. I really love the setting, actually. It's really, really cool. If I do this mission, it's gonna bring this doomsday clock down, which there's gonna be, you kind of need it because I've let him grow a little bit more than I should have, but there's still not nearly as much of a problem as I would try to worry for, you know. And then you got the Nicastro here. From what I can see, a lot of the side missions don't really care about these guys, but they're still gonna be a threat. They're equally a threat. And you have different types of missions. You have the orange bar on the top here is the threat level for the mission. The bigger the threat level, the more reduction on the threat level that will occur as you complete this mission. So as you can see, this one doesn't have as big of a threat level, so it's going to be a less reduction, but the white is going to show you where it's going to go at if you don't do anything about it. I don't know why Nicastro doesn't have any white. I don't know if they're going to grow or not, but these guys are going to grow a lot. So it would be the best idea to actually do a mission that reduces their threat level. As you can see, the orange is where it's going to go down to. Kind of not my preference. I would have preferred that the orange indicated what the threat level will be like for next round, and white kind of indicated where it would be if you actually did the mission to reduce the threat level. It's a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, you kind of understand what you're seeing. So far, the game is not incredibly intuitive. I do rely a lot on the game's tooltips to kind of help me out through the process, which is fine. They're there. They're not great themselves. They are absolutely needed, though, and that's quite literally the definition of intuitive. So you have this mission as well, which is a personnel search. The personnel search will have you assign an agent as a passive mission that will be completed once you actually do a regular mission, which ranges from this, and also you have the recruitment missions, which are going to be these missions right here indicated with a little person icon. So in this mission, I'm going to be recruiting Fadir. You don't really know much about the agents, the bodyguard, so I'm guessing is going to be a brawler type agent. You have this one, which is going to unlock Yanni, which is John, basically. And then you have this one, which is one of the free DLC characters, Isaac. And he, I guess, the prodigal son, I don't know what he's going to do. So this is going to unlock a new recruitment mission, and you need intelligence, I suppose, to unlock, to send a character into a side mission like that. So first, I want to send it here. I don't know what this is going to be about, but I send Eddie. So he's going to go there, and then I'm going to... What is this one? No, this is just an actual mission. Is this a recruitment mission? I suppose it... Yeah, it is ally recruitment. I don't know why it doesn't have the little person icon. Maybe it's a story mission, but whatever. If I do a recruitment mission, keep in mind that the recruitment missions will stay here, but the threat level missions are going to recycle and disappear. I'm going to send my other agent here. I usually send Ana Sofia, which is a healer that has healing type abilities, but don't be you know, misconstrued. There's only 3 types of classes, even though they might have different skill sets about them. There's only 3 of them. Now we're gonna go on the agent screen here. This is where you see the agent, their equipment, which I don't have any items for them just yet, and the cards that they can hold. And also you can access the skill level. The skill levels are leveled up with the skill points, which are a shared pool of points between all the characters. So if you want to level up this guy or this guy right here, you're going to have the same amount of skill points for each one of them. Once you use it on one character, then that skill point disappears and you can no longer have it. So I'm going to get that passive ability. I do like passive abilities. I love them. They give you so much more bonuses. And besides that, that's pretty much it. Now I only have one, and I can't really do shit with it because all of them need at least 2 or more. The cards is a really nice it's a really nice feature that I appreciate about this game. I'm not far enough in the game to have unlocked the 3rd slot, but I have played this game for quite a few hours. Each time you complete a mission, you're going to get a set of cards that you can pick from and assign it to the characters that were in that mission. You cannot assign them to characters that were not in that mission. So once you're done with the mission and you have leftover cards, they will be destroyed forever unless you RNG them again, of course, after the next mission. Now I have 2 cards for this gal right here. This one is a ranged AoE burning cast, which is really good because it does 25 damage per round, which is, you know, if you have... It's a small AoE, but it's still nice to have because you can dish out that extra damage. And then you have... What is this? Deal damage and shred armor, which is a melee card, and I give it to my brawler here because she is melee based. She does not use any weapons. And then we got this guy, and then we got Nocturne that has this one and the ability to inflict marked on all enemies in a cone, range 8 boxes. Here is your ally screen. They use AET, which I have no idea what the hell that stands for. So allies, you're going to collect allies as you play through the story. This one in particular is going to be a little bit more on the sustainability route, and I'm guessing there's going to be allies that are going to give you more damage, more defense, and all that good stuff. And then the supplier, you use supplies to buy various items, so like bandages and flash bombs, smoke bombs, fire bombs. You don't really need them because you find a plethora of those in the game. And I will say, however, smoke bomb, fuck this item. I don't like it at all. So now that we've got an overview of all that there is on the game, on the background, I'm going to go do a mission that will reduce the Mark II Martyr threat level. So the threat level is high on this one. It should be difficult. It's not. There's only half a skull. But I have read a lot of complaints about the game that really increase the game's difficulty rather abruptly. So far, after unlocking and using Nocturne, I haven't had any issues. And as usual, you have your main mission, steal cord intelligence, and then optional, recover a stolen Magdalite cache. Sounds simple enough. And we all have a consumable. This guy has a... Okay, yep. So we're going to start the mission. Now again, I only said you can only bring 3 characters, which is a little bit of a shame. If you've played Jagged Alliance 3, you can kind of increase the leadership of the leader and then bring more people with you, and you can also have multiple teams meet up for the same mission. Jagged Alliance was the pinnacle for me in recent years for a turn-based game. This game is just not. So, wow, this is a night mission. Now, this game is kind of like a exploration instead of just a turn-based game. So, I want to see if I can spot the... I do see some screen tearing, I think, which is pretty crazy, but I don't see the blur right now. I'm going to point it out as soon as I see it, however, it was a little bit of a stutter. Now, you may have noticed my cursor is still here, so if you hold the right click, the right mouse button, you can rotate the camera that way. You can do it with a QE, but when you're using the WASD keys to move, you can't quite do it very successfully, right? If I want to go back down like that and rotate the camera, it's a lot easier to use the mouse. Normally in games like these, right, if you right click, the cursor will disappear because it does no longer need to be active. The reason why you want it to disappear is because you don't want it to run out of the screen. So right now my cursor is off the screen. That's on my secondary monitor. And then there's been instances where if I don't constantly do this, which really defeats the purpose, right? I will right click outside my window, I will misclick something outside of the screen, which is not ideal. I don't want to do that. That's one of the main issues I have with the game as far as the camera controls. I'm not seeing any of the blur right now in the icons, which is very... It's kind of annoying, but also I could live without it. Here we go. This is the first instance of the camera wanting to do whatever the fuck it wants in this game, and I'm not a fan of it, right? So I'm going to switch to Latif, I'm going to switch to turn-based, and I'm going to shoot that crate here so I can damage both of those guys. Very bad stuttering. I don't understand why. That attracted everybody. That is not great. Okay, doesn't matter. Hopefully this is going to demonstrate here. I'm going to select the third option, which is shoot pistol, right? This is what happens every time I shoot. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's not a big deal. You know, it's the camera. So let's say I'm right here. I'm trying to select a person to shoot. This is what the camera want to do. I don't understand why the camera was designed in a way to fight you so fucking much in this game, man. I'm right here. I want to try to aim to these people. No, it will immediately switch to whatever it thinks is best for you, and then it will automatically select the person that you might be able to hit. So that's fine and dandy, but I really don't appreciate the camera fighting me like that. Now, you sadly cannot escape, as you may have guessed. So I'm going to use Nocturne here. I'm going to go all the way to these guys, and then I'm gonna try to move this lady as well, as far as possible, as close as possible to these guys. And I'm gonna demonstrate some of the abilities that each character has. You have some wet elements and everything. They know where I am. There we go. Nocturne has a passive Overwatch ability that I unlocked, which is pretty cool. And so does my brawler, but they have to obviously get close to her. So I'm going to switch to this guy, and I'm going to try to shoot. 30% chance, probably going to miss. Yep, and definitely missed. As you can see, the camera is so fucking annoying, fighting with me all the time. It makes me lose my focus. It's just not as fun. Now, this is what Nocturne can do, which is very, very useful, right? These are elementals that are using in shock. Okay, so Nocturne can, let's see, apply shock on herself. First step is pretty cool. Now, you have to use Nocturne in combination with your brawler here. And then Nocturne can change places with somebody. That can be an ally or it can be an enemy. The fact that the camera is not free moving right now, so I can actually get to the guy. I want to find the person, and I want to click it. I don't want the camera guiding my hand on each option, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch with this guy. If Nocturne is electrocuted or shocked, I guess, if she has the shocked value, whenever she swaps places with somebody, she's... Okay, we missed the explosion. Nope, never mind. We did not miss the explosion. So she will create an explosion of electricity around her, and it will only hurt the enemies. It will not hurt the allies. Keep that in mind. Now, you might be thinking, oh, she's in a bit of a pickle. What are you going to do now? Well, I can turn invisible. But let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn invisible. I only have one action point left, and I'm going to turn invisible, and then I'm going to try to run away eventually. So now that this guy is here, I can actually kick him, and he can hopefully fall off the screen. Yep, and he is dead. So now I'm going to move my brawler, and I'm going to leave my brawler here, I think. And then one thing that this game is missing that I would really love to have is show me the rest of the players. Show me a screen here. Show me a little bit of a HUD-based element. Give me all my players, their health, their ammo, and their action points. This game doesn't have that, which is a little bit of a bummer. I'm gonna move my brawler a little bit further up, and automatically the phase ends if that happens. I'm going to try to surround these guys a little bit and try to pull the focus away from them, but I don't think that's going to be a good idea. I should probably keep them all close to each other. Now, the brawler, remember, has that card that applies the burn, right? So I'm going to come here. I can actually hit these two, which is pretty nice, or I can hit, you know what, I'm going to hit these two right there. They're burning. They're gonna die, hopefully. And then I got this guy right here who can apply poison, I guess. No, he's too far away. Actually, he doesn't have line of vision there. So let's see. We're gonna move here. Can I apply poison now? Yes, I can. Alright, you're poison. You're taking damage, and that is beautiful. Now I wanna do. This is a really nice ultimate. Deals minor damage and inflicts dazed on all nearby enemies. It applies shock damage to all enemies with shocked, regardless of range. That's a game changer right there. Since I'm surrounded with so many enemies, I guess I could. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run away. I'm going to come back here. And I'm going to attack. Let's see. I can't see this one, so I'm just going to do this with 85%. That should be fine. And that's pretty much it. So the brawler is pretty useful because if I kill an enemy, I gain extra action points so that I can keep moving and keep attacking. So if she goes into this situation here with all these monsters, I'm going to kill each one of them, and then I can move on to the next and the next and the next. So this guy's poisoned. These guys are dead. I don't have to worry about them. And I got my brawler here. Let's see. Oh no, actually, I'm using my Nocturne. Can I 75? That's my only option. I'm just do it. Wow, that's a pretty strong attack, young lady. Let's see. I can move. I'll just move here. I'm gonna be behind that pillar. Then this one is a melee. Is it a melee? Yeah, it is a melee. He's not gonna be able to see me. I'm gonna move. I cannot jump off, so this guy's gonna be a little bit of a pickle. I'm gonna try to move this guy right here. And then the monster is gonna try to get up here. I'm actually gonna end this round and see what can happen next. You could have just gone around that, you know. Okay, so my brawler's a little bit useless here because you can't actually. Well, you can't actually jump. Just gonna have to move all the way around. But I'm gonna do that. That's fine. I'll move here. And this guy can hopefully take this one out. All right, nah, that's it. Yeah, and I have one more action point. Now, do notice that you do have ammo, and you have to reload every time you're out of ammo. And it does use an action point, so that's something to think about. You know, she only has one ammo. I don't think she's actually, yeah, I don't think she's ever needed to reload from what I can remember. I'm gonna go behind this cover. I'm gonna try to attack this person, and area is clear. Now, when the battle is over, you have to walk towards your allies, and you have to hit G in order to bring them back with you. If they're too far away, you have to press G again to ungroup, and then you have to press G again once you get back closer to the other person. So, how did I press G this time? I don't get it. So now that the battle is over, you're on the exploration part of the game. You have a little bit tidbits of lore that you can access and read. You got some supplies to pick up if you want to use a supplier to buy some weapons after the mission is over. I haven't yet. I haven't needed to. Although the game can be difficult in the beginning, it's not necessarily frustratingly difficult, I would say. And you do have difficulty options as well that you can choose and pick from if you so desire. Now this is where the three classes come into play, right? We have this class right here, the Bruiser, the Sneak, and the Saboteur. The Saboteur is going to be able to unlock gates and stuff without needing any keys dropped from your enemies, right? The Sneak can climb things, and they can also be much more difficult to be seen by enemies. And then the Bruiser can break things open, right? Cool. That's cool so far. That's all you got. That's the three options you got, right? There's nothing else. It's a little bit disappointing, I would say, and there's not really a legitimate. So the exit is that way, but the side mission is this way. I'm gonna go do the side mission first. There's just
nothing will stand in my way.
There's no real stealth in this game either. You can see that I'm causing a lot of noise by moving. You can hide in bushes here, which is pretty whatever. I don't see a reason to hide right now. Okay, this one is. That's pretty cool. I can. Okay, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna put these girls here so they can sit down, and then I'm going to try to sneak. So the sneak is a little bit nice. Oh, okay, I fucked up. I fucked up, didn't I? Yep. Okay, maybe I can take one of them with me. I can take two with me. Okay. Yeah, I only have one more. What are you guys gonna do? And I'm gonna take out this guy. I guess I'm not gonna take out this guy. So that's what the sneaking looks like in this game. The sneaks. This guy's ultimate ability is a decoy. You turn invisible. You create a decoy that attracts enemies, and they have to kill it. It has 170 health points. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good one, I would say. Let's try to poison. Let's try to shoot some people. Luckily, these are pretty easy to kill. I'm gonna get my bruiser here. I'm gonna try to attack this one and then get an AP back and then try to shove some people away by kicking them. Let's see, push kick. I want you to go this direction. I think if you push kick them on an object, they get knocked down. Yep, that's pretty much what I was trying to do. Keep in mind, when you're trying to use your melee attack on the bruiser, the game will very stupidly... Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, you got your target, and then you have to choose where you stand in order to attack them. That took me a little bit of time to get used to. I want to move here so I can be closer to this guy in case he decides to do anything stupid, and he won't need to. I'm just gonna take him out like that, hit him, and then hopefully this guy can hit him once more. And then maybe Nocturne can... maybe she can move a little bit forward. Let's see here, maybe just for still 70%, but she does not miss. That's how good she is. Oh, and we got reinforcements. I don't know why they got... Okay. Can I go destroy that? That's what I want to know. Alright, let's move closer to those reinforcements here. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way yet to get rid of the reinforcements once they are called. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to try to... I'm going to charge up, maybe, and then bring him closer to my brawler so she can take him out.
Where did they come from?
There we go, got two guys coming. Can I apply burn? No, I cannot. So I'm just going to go straight to charge up. And then I'm going to go and change. Who should I do? 110, 90. Yeah, let's do the 90. Level 5. It's going to be easy work for my brawler. Okay. He got shocked. Let's try to shoot. Oh, he's 40%. Maybe because he's in the bush. So you see the camera. It's so fucking annoying. Just this back and forth. It's nauseating. Leave me the hell alone. I don't appreciate this camera work, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? You gotta deal with it. So what I'm gonna do is I can't move anymore. Oh, I can. Yeah, I have 2 AP. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna move my Nocturne a little bit away, and I'm gonna burn this guy.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings at all. Oh, actually, I should have moved my Nocturne a little bit further away. This guy's on top of that. Okay, he's dead. Okay, let's bring this guy with me, ungroup, and then group again because the game wants me to do that. Let's look at that lore. I hope you're kind of getting an idea what the game is about, really. Side mission is cake. I don't see that blur that was active on the previous map. Hopefully I can see it on the next map and then maybe edit on the video, but throughout the mission you're going to be picking up cards that you can use. This is a purple card. Hopefully it's going to be really useful. What is this? I think it's a frag grenade. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to switch back to my sneak here. Now keep in mind, if you click a person instead of hitting tab to change them or using the mouse, it will ungroup you guys. So keep that in mind. There's the exit, and there's 3 enemies, so that should be quite light work, honestly. I'm not too worried about it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these girls here. I'm going to try to sneak behind this guy and take him out. Maybe not. Can I go in these bushes? No, I cannot. Maybe one of them comes this way. He's gonna see them, isn't he? Oh, he's gonna see me. Here we go. There we go. That's it. Turn-based. Let's pick Nocturne, and I'm gonna charge up.
Stand back.
I'm gonna switch. Oh my lord. Oh. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I guess I could move my guy in the middle there and then apply charge on both of these guys, but I'm gonna pick the furthest one away, just so I don't have any trouble targeting him. Oh, they're moving. Stop moving. This guy can get it. Wow, one hit KO. This Nocturne bitch is so strong. I'm gonna go to this guy. I'm going to punch him. I'll punch him one more time for good measure. And counter's over. And I can escape.
This way.
Bring them with me. Why am I getting an iron key? I've unlocked everything, haven't I? Yeah, I came through the other area, but there's nothing else to see. Oh, maybe for that area right there that I used my saboteur for getting it through the door. As long as you have each of the 3 classes with you, you're gonna be fine, honestly. But I mean, this is what the game is all about. Victory, okay. Did 2 missions. I got some skill points. Blah blah blah. Got some rewards, heals, and some intel, so I can send my characters to their passive side missions. I'll work on new missions. I mean, does it offer anything incredibly new to the table? Not really. Right, I do appreciate how everything is voice acted. All the exposition is done with voice acting. It has some cool cutscenes once in a while. I got the salamander again, which is the burning AOE. Oh, I can stack them. Okay, let's stack it. Fuck it. Level 2. Now it does probably increased AOE from 2 to 3. That's nice. I like it. The bull, unfortunately, is, I think, on a different character. So, since I don't have any skills, I can cancel, discard ink. And there we go. Lamplighter activity. Now the world is going to progress a day. I reduced the threat by 1 for the Mar 2 evil group. This one, the search is complete, so it unlocked a character recruitment mission. YBA. And then we got 1 threat from the Strum. -1 threat from my mission, and then that is about it. Nicastro did not have a threat increase mission, which is nice.
Ana Sofia, I got my hands on some of that black willow bark you needed.
You did? Was it difficult?
I had to make a quick unscheduled stop in Istanbul. Don't tell Locke. To pick up a rivulated egg, which was the only thing the seller and Trip...
Yeah, that's the voice acting, you know? Gives you a little bit of a background, a little bit of exposition, some banter between the people here. I mean, it's fine. It's fine, you know. Issues aside, it's serviceable if you're really into these types of games. I'm a fan of these games, but as much as I love the voice acting, as much as I love the setting, and as much as I love the characters, it's obviously this is a labor of love, right? There's the camera issues, the limitations on only being able to bring 3 people with you. Sometimes you can do 4 if it's a special story mission. I've only done 1 of those. The limitation on only 3 main classes, like obviously they're all different. You know, you go to the agent screen. This is a saboteur, and this is also a saboteur, right? And this is also a saboteur. I have fucking 3 of them. They play very differently. They do play incredibly differently. Ana Sofia is more of a healer. This guy is more of a miss every fucking shot you take. For the love of God, he never fucking hits. Some people never miss. This is the guy. This is the guy that always misses, right? And you got Nocturne, which of course is a paid DLC. character. Not everybody's gonna have access to her. I do not recommend you get it. The only reason why I got it is because I had the 60% coupon from Humble Bundle, in which this month's included the base game. So I figured, why not? You know, and then you got the Bruiser and the Sneak. If there's more characters to come down the line, I haven't looked it up. I don't know. Good. What the fuck are you gonna do with it? You can only bring fucking 3 of them with you, so you're gonna have to miss out on some things. But then again, you're not really missing out on anything if you don't do any exploration. So, yeah, that's where we're sitting at with this game. It's not bad enough for me to not recommend it, but it's not good enough for me to continue to play it. So, it's not a bad game. It's just, you saw what it's like. You decide if it's gonna be your cup of tea. It's expensive too. It's $50 fucking dollars. $50. Let that sink in for a second, right? Let's see. The lowest price that this game was on was 54% off. So about 50% off. I don't know what it was for Steam, but holy shit, $50 for this? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, they have to pay voice actors and everything. It's an expensive game to make, but it just wasn't made with $50 worth in mind for the caliber. And if you find it on sale for $20, great. If you get it from Humble Bundle for $12 and a bunch of other games with it, even more great, even greater. Perfect. But I wouldn't pay $50 for this game. So that's about it. I hope you found this useful, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.